Hello, everybody. My name is Chris. I am the creator, writer, and director of the new movie A44, which is a feature-length, narrative, non-documentary, pro-vegan horror movie that was crowdfunded, and it's set to come out a little bit later this year. We've had a couple write-ups and a couple different platforms have shared the trailer, and it's interesting. We have a lot of people that are very happy and excited to watch this movie. So I'm going to go through these questions and comments and kind of respond to some of them. If you are somebody that has a platform or you do interviews or podcasts, I would love to do an interview about the movie. We want to get this out there because this is a very micro budget indie horror film. And we need all the help we can to get the word out that this movie will be available a little bit later this year. I want people to get excited about it. Also, we've had a few different shares on like different vegan platforms, which is amazing. But I also want to get this out to the horror community. So if you have a horror page or you do reviews for horror movies, anything like that, I would love to talk to you. I would love to do an interview. Just really want to get this out there to the horror community as well. So let's go ahead. I'm looking at some comments right now that are over on the Instagram. This is for the trailer. All right, so we have Unchained TV. It says excited. So that's Jane. That's Jane Velez Mitchell, and she can actually be seen in the movie. She plays a news reporter in this movie, and she does an amazing job. Excited about that, and we should be having our trailer dropped over on Unchained TV. So if you don't have Unchained TV already, go ahead and download it. It's free, and you can watch all different kinds of vegan documentaries, food shows, and of course this trailer will be up there soon, and everything is free. It's like a free vegan Netflix or something. Can someone please explain what will be vegan about the movie? Just people talking about vegan burgers or question mark? Great question there. So this movie was done entirely vegan, and that meant that everything that went into it. Me as a longtime vegan, I wrote this many, many years ago, and it finally came to fruition. So when I wrote this with a vegan message. And also when we shot the movie, everything on set was as vegan friendly as we could possibly make it. All the food that we served and catered was all vegan friendly. When I hired people, I let them know like, hey, this is it's crowdfunded for a vegan cause, all that, and everybody was more than happy to. Oh, sure, not everybody in the movie are vegan, but we did have a few vegans help with the movie, and whether it was crew or an actor. Yeah, I'll give you an example. There was a scene where we needed a baseball, and I went to a few different stores looking for a synthetic leather baseball, so we didn't have to use a non-vegan one. So yeah, everything about the movie there was vegan. The makeup we used, the special effects that we used, and all the food. As far as the message goes, there's the vegan message in there, and then post-production was which I did in the last couple years, everything vegan there. So also, we do want this movie to do well because our plan is to set aside a certain percentage of any proceeds and kind of donate them to a few different animal sanctuaries. So we're giving back to the animals directly. So basically what I want this movie to be is to help the animals directly and also indirectly. So a vegan message, and also we can help them out with a little bit of cash. All right, so next question here. Let's see what we got. This is actually genius. Thank you. This is so exciting. Your dedication and passion are paying off. Thank you. We've worked very hard on this for many years. Here's another one. I don't think anyone will really learn anything from this film, but watching it does seem like a good time. And yeah, and I, not everybody's going to get the vegan message, and that's okay. I did what I could as a single person, it's just me out here. What could I do as a human to, do something to impact the world in a better way? So I wanted to make an entertaining horror movie with a vegan message. Not everybody's gonna, go vegan, and but that's okay, because if we ever get a handful of people to see the movie and think to themselves, hey, maybe I'll have different choices, maybe more compassionate choices. Hey, that's a win for me. But if you just enjoyed the film, that's also a win. That's, I made the film so people can enjoy it. Please don't let the dog die. I hear your sentiments there. Unfortunately, we don't play, God. We can't choose when our beloved dogs are going to die or not. But yeah, I know what you're saying there. So we'll have to watch the movie. My goodness, this movie looks laughably bad. I look forward to watching it in jest. Well, at least you'll watch it, and you'll watch it in jest, and hopefully, maybe you'll watch it and you'll be pleasantly surprised. But if not, hey, I can't please everybody. This is, keep in mind, a very micro budget indie horror movie, and we did what we could. What I've learned by making this movie is that it's easy to criticize. It's easy to criticize other movies and stuff like that. But when I see low budget movies now, I have like a newfound reaction to that. Like I've been through it. Like unless you've made a feature movie, then it's easy to criticize others until you go through what they went through. So I don't take any offense to this, but everybody's got, not everybody's going to like it. Let's see what else we have. Dr. Greger. Yes, Dr. Michael Greger is in this movie, and he does an amazing job, and he's in the trailer. So if you haven't seen the trailer yet, go check it out. I'll link it below. It's only a 2.5 minute trailer. So Dr. Greger appears to be a really good actor. Yes, he was a great actor, and he was fun to work with. Let's see, next one. I hope the soundtrack and acting isn't too cheesy, or the Carnists will try to use this against us. I tried to use the best soundtrack I could. A lot of it is royalty-free music, just because we didn't have that money to go and get music that we otherwise would have wanted to use. There are a few songs in here from a guy I know here locally in Syracuse, New York, and he's got some great music. And one of the songs that's in this, I heard even before I wrote the movie many years ago, and it gave me a little bit of inspiration. In fact, I wrote a very pivotal part of this movie with that song in mind, and it took me a while to get it, because when I first asked him about 6.5 years ago, he didn't quite. He wasn't on board with letting me use his music, but I asked him again last year, and I basically begged him, like, please, please, please. And to my surprise, he was more than happy to let me use all of his music if I wanted. So there's about 3 songs of his in this movie, and they go great in there. So other than that, like if anybody wants to try to use anything against us and stuff like that, like, go ahead, let them. Who really cares? But keep this in mind. I've been vegan for a very long time, and I've seen over the decades what works, what doesn't work. So I was very calculated when I made this movie, and what the message was and how I presented it without being cheesy or, make the non-vegans want to get up and leave the theater, or if it's not like a streaming service, turn it off and go to another movie. Not to say that people won't do that. Of course, people will do that. My hope is that, they'll see this movie and it's a standalone horror movie. So it's something that people can watch and enjoy, whether they're vegan or not. Is A44 the title of this film? Yes, A44 is the title of this film. And I thought that. I can't tell you why, you got to watch the movie, but I thought that up. We ran with it ever since. So the original title of the movie was The Vegan Zombie, and then I had since changed it to A44. And we've already kind of answered this question. Wait, is this actually going to be more than just a trailer? Please say yes. Fingers crossed. Yes, absolutely. This movie runs right now, if I don't cut it down anymore. It is done. I don't need to cut it anymore. But if I choose to, it'll be a little bit less than an hour and 50 minutes. Hour and 50, not 15. Hour and 50. The only thing that makes me think this is legit is Dr. Gregor. Yes, I will be the second thing to let you know this is 100% legit. I have been working on this for the last 3 years hardcore. Before that, the last 6.5. And, the story really goes back to 16 years ago in 2009 when I wrote the feature length script. Okay, somebody says, I love this, but I'm going to be the guy to say that Zombieland did this first, LOL. It was bad cheeseburgers and the strain of mad cow that started it in the movie, but I appreciate this too. I just want to say I didn't want to go ahead and change anything. I wrote this before Zombieland was out in the theaters, and I've even since gone back and did a little Google search to find out when exactly Zombieland was written, and we kind of wrote our movies at the same exact time. I did a concept of this back in 2005. I wrote about 4 pages of it, and that later became the concept for the movie that we have now. So I indeed wrote this before, almost a year before Zombieland was in movie theaters. That means it was before The Walking Dead was a TV show, before The Last of Us, before Stranger Things. I say this because there's a lot of similarities in some of these other ones. I just want you to know that I didn't get inspiration from any of them. This all came from my brain. I went home one day, I grabbed a pad of paper and a pencil, and I just started writing. And I didn't really get inspiration from anything other than what's up here. So, yeah, I mean, things like that will happen. I'm letting you guys know right now, it was originally written in 2009. Somebody says, I am vegan. I think this movie is massive, stupid, trash thing. Well, thank you for the comment. You have your right to believe whatever you want, but I think that's kind of, I don't know if you're just being a troll or not, but you haven't seen the movie. You've seen a small little snippet of a trailer, so there's really nothing to really judge yet. If you watch the movie and you still think that, then fine. Again, not everybody's gonna like the movie. Even more reasons for normies to bully us, I guess. Well, let's try not to call them normies. Let's try to normalize veganism, compassion. But anyway, I see what you're saying there. And again, I did everything I could to make a movie that that didn't go out there, that people could love, whether they were vegan or not. And I put a lot of thought into how I would bring that message. So I guess you'll just have to see it first. But either way, I've wanted to make movies since I was a little kid. So it's not going to stop me from making a movie just because people think it's going to make normies bully us. I'm still going to do what I've always dreamt of doing, and that's make a movie. And what better thing to do than make a movie with a vegan message? Oh, my favorite thing, zombies and vegans. Yeah, I like that. I like those things too. Thevegancommunity.com says, I hope this movie creates a huge impact and helps people recognize and understand the urgency and practicality of veganism. I really hope that I can get this out there. I hope this becomes somewhat of a cult classic horror movie, with a vegan message. And I hope people just fall in love with the cast and the characters of the movie. We've had a lot of people saying, I can't wait. I'm excited for this. Trailer looks so good. Oscars 25. And the winner is, we could only hope. This looks super fun. Can't wait. Looks great. Campy with nice cinematography. I'll definitely give this a watch. Yeah, that's what we were going for. As far as the zombie part goes, that was all my idea. I know I said that other movies didn't inspire that, but some of the other things in the movie were inspired by some of my favorite movies like E.T., Stand By Me, Goonies, and you'll see that at least a little bit in the movie. This is going to go viral. I sure hope so. You've been waiting patiently. I love to see these. I love the interaction here. Please don't let the zombies eat the dog too. There's nothing I can do at this point. I've already made the movie, so I'm not going to give anything away. I'm not going to give spoilers like that. How fun. I always wanted to do a movie like this. I'm glad someone finally did it. Amherst Rep. The fictional town I used in this movie is called Amherst, and I didn't want anybody to, there is an Amherst in so many different states here in the United States, so I didn't want people to know exactly which one it was. So I did my best. We made fake license plates for the cars. We did as much as we could. There's things that you can see through here if you look hard enough, and like little Easter eggs and continuity errors. But we did our best to like minimize those. So if you can find any, once the movie comes out, it'd be fun to maybe we could do a list of them and we could talk about them. I'm not mad at it. I'm like, it's something that's, there. Yes, and you can follow the different accounts. You can follow me over here. You can go over to my A44 Movie account, which I have an Instagram account for that, and a Facebook and a X account. Okay, but why does the acting give high school group project vibes? Looks like free ammo for Carnus to use against us. I don't really see where you're seeing that from just a little trailer. Honestly, and given trying my best to give an unbiased criticism, I think the acting in this movie was decent. Obviously, it's nowhere near like an A-list cast, but we had some decent acting, and I don't think that anything in this is really horribly bad or anything to give people fuel for that. But you guys are going to be the ones that are going to watch the movie, and you'll judge for yourself. So I hope we did a decent job. It doesn't look like a fantastic film, but at least it's vegan. It is vegan, and again, like if you're going to watch a movie thinking it's going to be Hollywood budget, movie quality, we did what we could with our very, very micro budget. So we did our best. I don't like zombie film, but for this one, I will make the exception and watch it. I love that. And, again, I really made this with non-vegans in mind. Like I said, I didn't necessarily make it for vegans because I know that, most vegans would want to support a pro-vegan movie. And I know that not everybody, especially like a lot of people don't like horror movies, but there's also a lot of people that do like horror movies. For the people that are vegan that don't like horror movies, I expect that quite a few of you will probably make an exception and watch this one. I would hope that the non-vegans would also watch this and like it. First zombie film I look forward to seeing. Thank you. I like hearing stuff like that, Why zombies? I've loved zombie. I mean, it goes back to when I first wrote the script, but zombies that was something, I've always loved horror movies. Zombies are awesome. My favorite kind of monster has always been a vampire, but I went with the zombie just because I liked the premise of having a zombie apocalypse with like a vegan twist to it. So that's why I did this. When is the film out? So we're working on that, and I don't know yet, but what we need to do is I've been screening it. So I just screened it at a movie theater here locally in Syracuse. And we watched it, me and my buddy that works there, in surround sound. It sounds great. It looks great. I'm excited to show it to the world. But we need to do a premiere for the crowdfunder people that helped make this a reality. So they'll be able to do the premiere first and foremost. If there's any seats left over there, we'll do like cast, crew, and then if there's still seats, we'll do limited tickets to the public. And we want to do a few of those. Like I want to do one right here in the Syracuse area because that's where we shot it locally. We'll probably do one at some point out in LA. I don't know how big that one will be, but I was talking to someone out there about that. We have several film festivals that we're waiting to hear back from, see if we could, if we got accepted, and we'll keep you guys updated as we know, trying to get distribution for the movie. Is this an Onion report? No. How apt, as vegans are brainless zombies. Yeah, a lot of people, that's from the Science of Keto. Yeah, a lot of people like to troll vegans and stuff like that. Whatever. People I found, and people will do this no matter what, but make a ton of assumptions about the film. Look, I've never really had anybody get spot on what the film was or what the plot is or anything like that. So I would just say just be open-minded and wait until it comes out and then watch it. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. If you love it, hey, that's awesome. What exactly is it about? Zombies or veganism? Well, I've been telling people it's a movie about compassion with zombies. Too many people here don't subscribe to The Vegan Zombie on YouTube. You know what? If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, I appreciate that. Vegan Zombie finally finished his film. Yes, it's been a labor of love. We got a lot of anti-vegan anti-vegan comments on this one. The trailer gave me goosebumps. That's what I like to hear, Dave. That's what I intended to do. Wait until you watch the movie. Hopefully some of you get some goosebumps. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for that goosebump moment. Kathy says this is the dumbest idea ever. So, watch it, check it out before you knock it. I don't always have good ideas, but I think that this was the best idea that I've really ever had in my life. So it brought me to where I am right now. It brought me to, be able to gather the funding to make a feature movie. And here we are, 6.5 years later with a final movie that I'm really happy about and I really want to show the world. So to me, I think it was my best idea. So I love this question. It's not a positive one, but I think it's funny. Homer says, like all of his zombie movies before, this one will also be a financial disaster. And somebody let him know that this is my first one, and he's like, no, look at the IMDb. There's the Vegan Zombie French Toast, and it's like those were my YouTube videos. So the YouTube videos, we did some bigger production YouTube videos, but those weren't anything anywhere near what we did here. So that was my practice. That was learning and getting experience to get to where I am right now. That video right there was like 12, 13 years ago. Those of you that don't know the channel, I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of videos that I've done over the last 16 years. I believe this is one of the oldest existing vegan YouTube channels. I started it to learn movie making, to get better at the craft. At the same time, promoting veganism. So I think that I succeeded in both of those. Yeah, a lot of negative comments on this one. So I've got through most of the comments there that I chose to read. Most of the comments, like I said, are overwhelmingly positive. I just ask people, like, before you knock it, just give it a try. Check it out. A lot of thought went into this. I can't even tell you. I've never worked on something harder in my life than this movie. Everything. I've worked around the clock on this over the last year and a half. Again, I can't wait for you guys to see this. I'm so excited. You know where to follow. Follow if you're not already. Subscribe, and we'll keep you up to date. And I'll do more of these videos for you guys, so we can get the word out on A44. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.